Hello to all my BPTV fans, YouTube fans, and new fans of the Speedy Gourmet. I'm Al Levine, the Talking Machine, with my third Speedy Gourmet show, and we're going to be cooking ahi tuna, otherwise known as yellowfin tuna. It's a very tasty, mild, tender, and sort of oily fish. You see it in steaks about 1.5 inches, and I'll bring that out in a second. But before I do, let's start the timer here. There we go. We're going to start right now. We're on the clock. Here we go. It was frozen. Whoop. My mic wire, how did that happen? This is ahi tuna, about 8 ounces of it. And it's wild caught. I promote wild caught better. And I only eat fish, for all of you fans of mine, not every day, twice per week. And this is ahi tuna. I open it up. I get my Cutco knife, which is very sharp. And you can see how easy it is. If I'm holding it the wrong way to cut things, I respect it, but no injuries, no cuts. And people have been telling me, different things. You should watch how you cut. And I take constructive criticism. I rinse it off for a brief minute or so, dry my hands. I told you I'd get another ingredient, red quinoa. It's an ancient grain. It has twice as much protein as rice and 5 times the fiber that rice has. So it's very healthy, a very ancient grain. I'll show you in a second here. Let me show you what it looks like. I got a great cameraman here. It's little beadlets of a grain. And I'll get my measuring spoon out. I'm going to use 1/3 of a cup. We'll get that. Then I'll show you, I have a great pot that I bought years ago. It's porcelain. So you can put it in the oven, use it in the microwave. And if you look inside, it tells you the different measurements. I'm not sure if you can see it. That may help you. And I'll put in about 1 cup of water. And you can see I'm an honest cook here, about 1 cup. And this isn't for amateurs. Watch how you pour this. And you can see how little beadlets they are. Again, the ancient grain. One more shot for you folks at home. Here's the action shot for you. Put it back in my right hand. Hold it out front. Be careful. Pour it all in. Put the cup back. The measuring spoon back. And we'll put this on the stove, and I'll start that in a few minutes. I already prepped the oven. I have an electric oven, so I have to put it on. Butternut squash we'll be having. Shouldn't have closed that. White mushrooms. This is an adventure here. I just bought some cauliflower, put it in the back. Let me get it out. Sorry for the delay, folks, but it's brand new cauliflower in a bag. There we go. Just got it from Fresh Thyme. 99 cents at Fresh Thyme. How can you go wrong with that? Let's see what else we have. Fresh zucchini. One more veggie. You know I like my veggies. What do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll stay with that. How's that? Let me get our tray. my oven tray. Get some olive oil. It's a non-stick tray, but I spray the olive oil on it just to give a little flavoring to the meal. And we'll go like that. Here's how simple it is. For you want to know how I do it, put the fish on there, put some olive oil on it, put it right in the middle. Now we'll get serious here. This has been in the refrigerator since last month, and I did some research. You put it in a cool place or a refrigerator, butternut squash can last for, as long as there's no blemishes or anything on it that's been washed, for 1 to 3 months. And I slice it up. Just little cuts, because I'm going to bake it. And it'll be baked ahi tuna. And I eat the rind too, because I believe it's healthier for you. And it gives you a little extra fiber, so I'll put them on there. Now I'll rinse the zucchini off. Dry a little bit. Set it down. Move the cauliflower out so we got this on the show. I start cutting. Nice thin cuts. Watch your fingers. This Cutco knife is about 25 years old and still very sharp. Look at that blade. Serrated. We're still going at it. Pretty even cuts. Throw the two ends away. Then we decorate the pan a little. Now I'm not going to eat all the zucchini, but I'll cook it for another day, as long as I can get it on this small little tray I'm using here. And look, somehow I've done this a couple times and it worked out. All right, here's another action shot. We're going to go down to the stove. You can see the presentation right there. Close the door to give me some room. There it is. I got to watch it. And we'll check the timer there. So far, 6 minutes in there. What, I forgot to get the cauliflower out. Open it up. I'll cut a bit of cauliflower, get the leaves off. More leaves. This is a healthy, heavy cauliflower. Now, since I have 4 veggies, I got to be a little careful with how much I'm putting on. Of course, I can save a little. Got our cut in there. And look, amazing. I got a portion for my meal. Slice a little here. Split it in half for the plate. And I'll rinse these off. And I'll save it for putting it in a little pot. Then we have, believe it or not, we have some mushrooms. I do not have to cut. They're already sliced. White mushrooms to show you what this looks like. And we'll rinse these off right in the sink. Very simple. My hand's a strainer. Only a little debris is going in the sink, but everything is rinsed. Little tasty and ready to go. Just happen to have a pot. Filling this up with some water for you. Again, I'm trying to inspire you to do these healthy meals like I do. Here's how simple. Look, I dumped them all in. All right. Got the cauliflower in, even some little pieces. They're all good. And we'll cook this up for about 10-15 minutes. And I'll turn this on right now. Put it on high. We'll turn the quinoa on. The quinoa cooks in about 10 minutes, so we'll have to watch that. And we'll do a quick little wipe down with my surface here. Clean up some of the cauliflower that flew around. I like to clean up as I go. Throw that out, save this for recyclables. Put my butternut squash back in, cauliflower back in, because I do eat these things every week, so be good meals down the road. And now I'm going to give you a little tutorial on how I get my loose leaf green tea. This is China gunpowder. I'll just give you a little look up close. It's a little beaded and it's balled up sort of, and it'll expand. So thank you for the great camera work, Dan. Appreciate that. Now I get a teaspoon out. This is for all of you that want to learn how do you drink green tea. Get the Penguin tea ball. Look, it opens up in half. There's a clasp here, and I'll show you what that's for in a second. Whoop, watch the chain. Set it down flat. Tilt this, and you can see how careful and steady. 1 teaspoon. Watch where it goes. Right in there. Didn't drop a thing. Put the other half on top, and then here's the clasp that holds that down. Now stay tuned. We get water, and I have a great filter on here, so it's all filtered water. 1 cup of water. We're stuck on 1 minute in the microwave. And if you're boiling your water, you should get it to where it's almost ready to boil. You don't actually want it so hot that it's boiling for your tea, because I'm going to steep my green tea for 2 minutes. Just remember, 2 minutes of steeping and you get a great light flavor. So that's, you know, part of that. We'll rinse the knife off. Put it in the rack to dry. And let me just check the timer here where we're at. Good, we're 11 minutes into it. So we're right on schedule. I do have a story. Last week I had red snapper, but I have a story that goes back on my first deep sea fishing excursion in West Palm Beach. When I was married, my ex-brother-in-law was a great fisherman. And he said, let's go out. This was the mid-'80s. Hold that thought. Tea is ready. Whoa. Little spillage. Here's how simple we go. Tea ball in. Penguin for his fans. And we let it steep 2 minutes. All right, so we're going on a excursion. Let me wipe this little bit of water up. There. That just shows you I do make mistakes. I'm not perfect on this cooking. I like to have some fun. But back to my story. I'll try to keep it short. I go on a deep sea excursion. My brother-in-law says, you want to eat breakfast? Well, I'm an eater. So he makes breakfast with sausage, bacon, eggs, you name it. Just a great breakfast. He goes, you want more? I go, no, we got to go fish. He goes, are you going to be all right? I go, yeah, I like to eat. I've never been on an excursion. We go to the dock. They're getting 10 to 12 foot waves. They said, we got to wait till they come back to maybe around 6 feet. So we were even touch and go whether we're going. So lo and behold, we get on the boat. There are like 4 to 6 waves. We're going out there, and I've been in the ocean before for years. And the waves get up to 8 to 10 feet. So we're a little nervous. My ex-wife's there and a couple other people. And the guys on the boat give us our fishing lines and everything else. Now we're rocking and going back and forth. I get my line and I started feeling sick. And I rarely throw up. Sorry to mention that, but it's natural. And guess what happened? A minute or two later, I had to go to the bathroom because I needed to get rid of what I had for breakfast. I was so sick. I got up. They said the bathroom's in the back part of the boat. I go there, nobody's there in the bathroom, took care of business. I laid down on a little bench they had because I was so sick. And the boat's rocking. We're rocking left and right. And if you notice, we have loose leaf green tea. You see the color? It's a little light green, so you don't see the actual greenness, but it has that tendency. And let me take a sip. Very good. 2 sips are better than 1. All right, so they yell back to me, "Hey, Al, you got a bite." They go, "Can you come up and get the line?" I said, "No, I can't get the line." And they go, "Well, we'll bring it in for you." And they go, "You got a fish." And the captain comes back, he goes, "Al, you caught a red snapper." Bob's there, he goes, "We'll cook and fillet that up for dinner tonight." And I go, "I can't even eat." And I've been hooked on red snapper since the mid-'80s. That's my story I didn't tell last week. As you can see, I had to do a few different things. So when you're doing this, because I'm trying to inspire you to cook on your own and eat healthy, look, you can get distracted and do different things. Tea's done. Quinoa's almost done. And the veggies are cooking very nice. Here's what I do next. Prep a plate. Notice I have these nice glass plates so I can keep them clean. As a man, all you ladies appreciate that men aren't the neatest people, but look at my white kitchen. Pardon all my pills. Some people said it's messy. I have 11 pills in the morning, 7 pills in the evening. That's my stash of medicine, and I'm alive because of it. Get my fork out. Let's see. Where did I leave napkins? Oh, here we go. Let me get a better one. Pardon my door here. Get a napkin ready for the meal. And we'll have a final picture over there at the table. But I get that ready because I'm going to be checking a little bit on the fish. Let me check the timer. About 16 minutes in, so we got a couple more minutes before I start going to work again. And as we seal the bag, put the quinoa back. Pardon me, Mr. Camera. That is back out of the way. Now, one other thing that I do is this is garlic, and I keep it right there. I add it to almost all my meals, and I'll show you how I cut it up real quick. And then I add something else. Wanted to show you. There you go, fresh ginger. I just buy the fresh ginger. After a while, I do put it in the refrigerator or even the freezer. But today, I just went to my second piece here. We'll show you what I do with that. This is one of my shredders. Get the knife back. We'll use the shredder at the end of the meal. I'll shred today garlic. I cut the end off. And then it has like a little paper on there that's natural. Put a little slice. See, I just keep things simple. And then you go, just trim the fingernails, a little tough. Look. I have a fresh piece of garlic. Want to smell, cameraman? There you go. And that keeps you healthy. Before antibiotics, guess what they did? They gave you garlic. And it helps. And we'll shred that towards the end of the meal. I'll show you right there. And let me put the green tea back up. my collection. If you're on here again, Young Hyson, China Gunpowder, Lung Ching 4th grade. Spoon back in the drawer, it's still clean. All right, we're gonna take unprepared silicone gloves. Look at that. I'll only need one as I go in, but this is not for amateurs. Please be careful. This is on 460 degrees, so you get a little blast of heat. We'll set this right here for you. And I may move you a little closer. I'll put the gloves here. Oh no, wait. Better use this while it's hot. All right. We'll get you here. My thermometer, for all the fans of the thermometer my daughter got me. Thanks again, Casey. We need like 145 on this. Let's see what we got. Can you get a shot of that? Looking at 158. We are good to go. Guess what? I got to start plating this. Set that to the side. Move that up. Move this over. Let me check the quinoa real quick. Got a little strainer tool. See the holes? Oh yeah, we're ready on that. Quinoa coming out. Give you this shot. Put it at one edge. And we scoop it out. Then I spread it, so you all know about my colorful presentations. So look at that red quinoa. Doesn't that look great? And I'll set it back there. Veggies should be ready too. Wow, we got everything going on. Get out another. Let's get this ahi tuna. Look, non-stick. Present it slightly on the quinoa. Get my zucchini. Put a bunch there, more the merrier. Put about half of them, I'll save the rest for another day. And we just keep putting them on there very delicately. Little flip, no flip, good flip. All right, butternut squash. It's ready. And this is how simple. People go, how do you do it and how do you present it? You can see it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just put them out there, piece by piece. There we go. We're good there. I'm gonna set this right here since I'm in between things. Let me get that tray out of the way. Always be careful because this is very hot. You saw it was 158 on the temp. Just put this back here. And there's a plan, even though it's all in my head, we have the plan here. And I like to put a mushroom or two on there for presentation. For all of you that like a nice presentation, there's the cauliflower. And we'll put out some more mushrooms. This big guy looks great here, and my fingers and hands are clean. And we'll put a few more mushrooms on there. I do like them, and they're healthy for you. We'll put this back, and we're almost ready for the final touch here. All right, here's what we're getting now. Next, organic olive oil from Aldi's. And here's what I do. I give a little light pour because it helps flavor it. A little bit here, little here, little drizzle. Some say it might be too much. To me, you can't get enough of virgin olive oil. Now, we're getting close, folks. Round rainbow peppercorns, not just the black. And it's all for flavoring. There we go, we give that. I'll get ready. Here's the tough part. We'll put it on here and we'll start shredding. Look at how it shreds. All over the whole meal. For flavor, you can tell I like garlic. And we'll put it there, knock the zucchini off. And the back of it will accumulate. And I get it and just spread it around throughout my meal. That's how simple it is, folks. Tap it, put it down. And guess what? We got ginger to do. Here's what I do. And ginger's coming out. There we go. We got it all together. Check the timer. We're done. There's another great meal by the Speedy Gourmet. Please keep watching our show, and I post these on the Alan Levine, the Talking Machine Show page, so you can see this. And I usually give a couple notices that I've done it, but this is what I have for you. Stay tuned in, and we'll see you next month.